Well, I'm here in the middle of an old growth forest in Oregon, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Got the Salmon River flowing right by me. I've got some beautiful trees that have been here for probably 100 years, and it's very peaceful out here. It's very different than the civilization that I left not long ago in Portland, and it's nice out here. It feels like this is a healthy place. I think a lot of people share my worries and concerns about human civilization, the corruption, the injustice, the inequities. It can be overwhelming at times. And a lot of people who are working in those fields and trying to make a difference and trying to make a change can attest that while we are making progress and we can certainly have some influence, it's daunting. And a lot of times the causes, the core, the root problems that we're tackling, we can't ever really get to. We can deal with the symptoms, but sometimes not those core problems. It's really out of a desire to describe the core problems that we've got in society that has driven me to create Justice for Life. I feel like we lack a unity that the folks who are working in the communities to help people quit smoking, to help people lose weight, to help people recover from cancer, the work being done in our economy and businesses that are trying to be more sustainable or trying to care more about the impact they have on their environment. The work that a lot of people are doing in our political system to advance more social policies that are supportive of more people and help alleviate some of the problems that we've got. All of these people are out there working right now every single day. These people are dedicating their lives to trying to create change. And we don't really talk to each other that much. We don't really have a common language. And most importantly, I feel like we don't really know what we're fighting against. It's hard to describe the core problems that underlie the injustices that we see. Justice for Life is an attempt to apply a scientific discipline to the question of morality and ethics. Because let's face it, underneath the surface, we've got lifestyle problems. That's why we have corruption in every single human institution, from our governments down to our local businesses. That's why we have problems with domestic violence. These are lifestyle problems. They are individuals who feel insecurities, whether legitimate or illegitimate. We react to those insecurities like animals, and we cause harm. That's why a lot of the interventions that you see in nonprofits, they all look very similar. There's one common element that every intervention has, and that is a relationship with another human being, or a relationship with a set of ideas that compel you to change. So we know that our problem is a human problem, and it has to do with the way we interact with each other, and it has to do with the way we behave. And traditionally, this has been a realm of religion. Only religions could infer how you should behave. And today, we even have a trigger warning for virtue signaling, that even the mere hint of suggesting that you should try harder to behave more civil is an affront to our individual rights to behave as we wish. Well, I call bullshit on that idea. I call bullshit on the idea that humans should get to behave however they want. Because the reality is that beautiful places like this are being destroyed, and they're not going to exist in the future if we continue to behave like we are, like predators. Fortunately, we know that things can get better. We know that things have gotten better in a lot of different respects. We've advanced civil rights over the last few hundred years. If we were to go back 300 or 400 years, we'd see that most of the world still employed slavery. We've made a lot of recent progress in gender equality, giving women the right to vote, and involving them in the workplace in a whole new inclusive sense, although we still have a long ways to go. So progress is being made, and at the same time, a great amount of harm is still being caused. We have these cycles of violence caused by our predatory instincts, caused by our attitudes that we get to behave however we want to behave. And the question is, can we collectively change our behavior faster than we are destroying our environment? Can we? Well, if there's anything to be said about today and the future, feeling like we're living in an unprecedented time with unprecedented levels of communication and influence, perhaps today it's more possible than ever before to make such a dramatic shift. So this is my inspiration for Justice for Life. There's a lot more behind the scenes, but that should give you a good taste of what we're working on. So I invite you to come in and take a closer look at how we are applying the questions of ethics and moralities in this modern scientific age. Together, we can change the world. It's been done and it will continue to be done. And when there's great ideas out there and momentum starting behind them, that's a great time to jump on board and help out.